The Wild West makes its big return in Bricklink Designer Program Series 6 with the Gold Mine Expedition. This massive set puts you right in the heart of Brick Creek, where gold nuggets, precious gems, and a few sneaky bandits are just waiting to be discovered. With 3,382 pieces, 13 minifigures, and 8 animals, this set is packed with detail and adventure at every level. At the end of this video, I would love to hear your questions because I'll be interviewing the designer very soon. This set is all about authentic Wild West life. You've got miners, townsfolk, and outlaws all interacting in and around one massive gold mine. The creator actually gave each and every minifigure a specific name and story background, which I appreciate and love so much. Heck, he even gave the animals names. From Dr. Brickwood keeping his secret gold stash, to Sheriff Colt keeping the peace, to a young kid who came out here wearing his dad's old cap. The Gold Mine Expedition really tells stories, and a few clever Easter eggs along the way. The designer clearly wanted to make a set that feels alive. A town where every minifigure has a role, a purpose, and a secret or two, which is something we've lost somewhere along the way in new LEGO sets. For the piece count, as I mentioned, this set has 3,382 total pieces, including 791 unique parts. There are 13 minifigures, 8 animals, and 16 stickers. What's really cool is how the set is structured across multiple floors though, each with its own play features and story elements, and coming apart in sort of a modular way with the ability to not even use the rocky base it's sitting on if you so desire. For the exterior, looking at the outside, this mine has such a classic Wild West look. On the ground floor, you have a cascade with a river, a water wheel, an old well, a wooden wagon, and an ore chute. It's detailed in a way that feels natural, like you could actually step into Brick Creek and see the town bustling with activity. The wooden headframe on the roof really makes the mine look functional, like it's moving around heavy material all over. It gives me callbacks to the remake of the El Dorado Fortress set we got a few years back. As for the interior, there's an insane amount of detail. The mine is divided into 4 floors. The ground floor, the mine, is food storage, a minecart with rails, a working dynamite mechanism, a stamp mill, and a water-powered rock crusher. On the second floor is Dr. Brickwood's office with hidden compartments filled with money and gold, a saloon, a kitchen, and a post office. On the third floor is the casting room for molding nuggets that you find into gold bars, and the bedroom with 6 beds, and it also has a working winch on the balcony. On the fourth floor, there is a working wooden headframe in the attic with all the mining supplies and dynamite and pickaxes that you're going to need. The removal sections allow you to explore each layer, making this set feel like a living, breathing mine that you can display figures in. Although I don't exactly play with interiors all that often, and would just assume put more of that cost into the exterior, I think it's great for those who do. For the minifigures, you have the residents, which include Dr. Brickwood, Sheriff Colt, Miss Clementine, Martha Malefeather, and Waggy Bill. The gold diggers are the Old Ned, Goldie Gertie, Dusty Jim, and Blastin' Nancy. And the outlaw bandits are the 4R gang, maybe the 4er gang, Red Ruby, Rusty Rod, Redcoat Roy, and Rustler Jack. Plus the 8 animals, some of which are named like Goldstride the horse, the villain horse Blaze, Whisper the owl, and Nugget the dog, make the set even more immersive. Each figure has personality and story built right in, which is something I really appreciate in a LEGO set, giving lore and story building, and again, I will never get tired of saying and asking LEGO for more of that in the future. Compared to past designer program sets, this is massive in terms of interior detail and play features. It reminds me a bit of some of the big modulars in terms of complexity and multiple floors, but this one adds a ton of Wild West flavor, obviously. The size might make it tricky to display along smaller Western sets that you may have, like the General Store or the Wild West train set, but it's definitely a centerpiece. And comparing to the old mine set that we got in 1996, I think we were well overdue for this. As for the price, you are going to be at $299, which feels reasonable given the scale, complexity, and storytelling potential. Coming to around 9 cents per piece, that's pretty good, seeing how the average price per piece across all LEGO sets is about 11 cents. I have to say, the set looks incredible. The amount of play features, hidden compartments, and story-rich minifigures make it a dream for collectors and builders who love the Wild West. Personally, I love building sets that tell stories, and this one does that perfectly. I want to now ask you guys what questions you have for the designer. I've come up with many of my own that I'm sure will align with yours, but go ahead and list as many as you have in the comments below, and I'll ask the designer personally, and I'll have a video responding to as many of them as I can soon. That said, thank you for all the support you guys have been giving me recently. It really is inspiring reading all your guys' comments, seeing the same faces around. It really does make me feel like we have a nice little LEGO community with awesome discussions. But that's going to do it for today, so I will see you in the next video.